sexual healing, baby.
Papa, I love it. Yes, baby.
And it's good for us.
Juicy! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Nerd Chronicles with your host, the socially awkward nerd, Christian Paul, speaking. And ladies and gentlemen, we just received breaking news coming out the Hollywood streets that Club Shannon Sharpe has been hit with a civil lawsuit in regarding to scrambled egg violations by a Jane Doe. Mid-20-year-old Jane Doe woman that they were in a previous relationship is suing Shannon Sharpe for $50 million, all right, which is facilitated by another ambulance chaser, like the male version of Gloria Allred, Mr. Tony Buzbee, who has been pursuing when it comes to civil cases in regards to Diddy and Deshaun Watson. So let's take a moment, ladies and gentlemen, and review the article that we have coming out of People Magazine. Juicy! All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have this article coming out of People Magazine where you see the accusation against Shannon Sharpe by the unnamed woman for protective reasons, right? So basically the woman accuses Shannon that she's been in a rocky sexual relationship with the NFL Hall of Famer, right? In which the plaintiff, Jane Doe, alleges that Shannon, now working for ESPN and having Club Shay, raped her on multiple occasions over the course of a nearly 2-year rocky consensual relationship, according to a complaint obtained by People. Now I'm going to stop right there, right? Why would this woman want to go chase Shannon Sharpe for dollars while he's in the midst of having a $100 million podcast deal? Okay. Why wouldn't you file criminal charges against this man, right? Or even do a rape kit, or even to have a rape kit done at the hospital, or even by a local police station, literally up in Nevada, in which the suit mainly took place, more than likely up in Vegas, Las Vegas. Why can't you do that? Why can't you get a rape kit actually confirming the incident, so you'll be able to actually present it to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department? All right. Now I could be wrong. I could be wrong if it's Vegas, but I know it's definitely in the state of Nevada. Why not do that? It doesn't really fully make sense to me. Now, if I go down through the article here, basically it states that Shannon recorded the sexual encounters without her consent and shared recordings with others. That is clearly a criminal crime if that is proven to be true. And you see all this mainly down here. They met in LA prior to both moving down to Nevada, right? And they basically asked the woman to sign an NDA before she could meet up with him. He had dropped the request after she pushed back. Lawsuit states, and they talk about alleged incident in which, she claims that Shannon became violent with her and threatened to kill her after he showed up late to his home. Another allegation right there, in which she said he demanded complete control over her time and body and expecting her to be at his house on his schedule at his command wherever he called. In 2024, last year, both Shannon and the plaintiff each individually moved to Nevada. Sue referenced the time in September 2024. Shannon said he mistakenly began live streaming himself on Instagram having sex with another woman, right? What you saw from the clip earlier in this video here, which you saw the clip from the beginning, trying to get his own sexual healing going on. You know what I'm saying? In which the plaintiff states that the encounter was with another woman and that she was humiliated by the incident, trying to begin to pull away from Sharpe, as we confirmed it. Now Shannon subsequently flooded her phone with calls, prompting her to leave Nevada often, according to the lawsuit. And then October 2024, doing what Shannon allegedly forced playing in the car and took her to her apartment. Playing for Les that Shannon then forced her to perform head before pounding her out up in the a-hole forcibly, right? So basically did anal. Okay. Anal violations. Now, Shannon grabbed her head and forced her to look as she sobbed. Lawsuit claims, she said at that point, look at this, look at my arm, I got chills. This how good this is. And January 2025, Plain now claims that Sharpe asked to come to her apartment to give her a combined Christmas birthday present. Once there, the plaintiff alleged to complain that he again sexually assaulted her and refused to wear a condom. Ooh. Again, why didn't you do a rape kit exam by the local police department and file for criminal charges by the police? That's my big question. Okay? And you understand about the denials that came about. And they said the aim was painting a clear picture. They said it was consensual, including role playing. Shannon denies all allegations, blah, blah, blah. They want 50 million damages. Why not get criminal? Why not file criminal charges against Shannon if that's the case? You know what I'm saying? You got like a lot of ambulances. The moment that somebody gets successful, right? All of a sudden, here they come trying to actually throw their suits on them, right? Now, we don't want to actually try to miss their story fully. Because again, it's just all allegations. You can't really take these things too lightly and dismiss them. Because it could be true, it could not be true. But my thing is, why not file criminal charges against this man? All I say is definitely be careful because, one time sometimes it can be very sensitive. Like, you could be having consensual sex one night and all of a sudden the woman becomes narcissistic and boom, you get hit with a lawsuit, you get hit with a potential false rape charge or a civil lawsuit trying to actually fleece, dealing with blackmail, extortion, just actually trying to get money for that woman so that the woman can take money from you legally, right? It can happen. But I'm going to hold my tongue in this, okay? We will see as time goes along to see what happens up in civil courts. And I will be posting this juiciness once it happens. Chris Paul from their Chronicles is signing out. Deuces. Yeah.